Search Show.
Farrakhan Smelly.
Robin, let's get to the news. Make sure everybody knows what's going on.
Well, Howard, first of all, I wanted to point out something I saw in People magazine.
Was it Sasa Smelly?
Retard.
Long before it became open season on Michael Jackson, Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan told People, this was November 27th of 1984.
Right.
That Jackson's Jerry curl, female acting, sissified acting expression is not wholesome for young boys, nor our young girls.
Yeah, but Jew hating and white man hating is much better role model.
Recently, though, Farrakhan has changed his tune. If you remember looking at the Jackson Family Honors special, who was in the front row but Louis Farrakhan?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Minister Farrakhan.
Yes, you don't remember that?
You're kidding me. No, I did not notice that.
Yes, he's sitting right next to Mother Jackson.
Mama Jackson.
Applauding loudly.
Ah, that ski-bozo.
Carrying on, and now saying that the media and everyone else is treating Michael Jackson as if he was a slave on a plantation.
I see. What a little dickhead. God. Hey, you don't even want to go into it. Hey, by the way, Robin, I am now going to ask one of my listeners, I'm going to assign them a task. I'm going to ask someone out there to give me a list of Arsenio's sponsors. Arsenio is the guy who had that schlub, Minister Farrakhan, on his show, and sat there and kissed his ass and gave him the royal treatment. Mm-hmm. You would have thought a visiting dignitary had just shown up.
Did we ever get a hold of the following show with Tom Arnold and Arsenio, where they both were saying very complimentary things about Louis Farrakhan?
I would like a copy of that, because these are all enemies of the people. I want to know the list of sponsors who don't have a problem advertising on the Arsenio Hall show that allows a guy like that on the air to have his ass kissed.
Meanwhile, Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan says enemies who link him to the assassination of Malcolm X are plotting his murder.
Good.
They have already determined that I must die, Farrakhan said in a 4-hour speech in Fresno, California on Saturday night. Mm-hmm. Now, who can listen to anybody for 4 hours?
Oh, 4-hour speech. Well, it's a free speech, and I guess, once you get these guys in there, it's like a Scientology meeting. You got to browbeat them.
And I guess it's a brainwashing session.
Yeah. If you figure you get some dopes in there, you got to make sure you got them hooked.
Keep them.
Yeah.
Peter, pumpkin eater.
You are not allowed to leave her.
He said opponents, people he never named, are setting him up for trial and false imprisonment and setting him up for murder. I guess he's referring to the fact that Betty Shabazz, the widow of Malcolm X, said recently she believes that he was involved in the death of her husband, which came after he split with the Nation of Islam.
I guess you're not allowed to believe that. Well, he's a despicable runt who is certainly not good for any race of people, black or otherwise. I see him running around in fancy suits with fancy digs to live in.
Nice jewelry.
Nice jewelry. And I'm not sure what he does in terms of producing anything for the people of the United States. I don't know how he makes that money.
But I should bring in that article and read you the description of the house he lives in, because I always wondered where he was living and what was going on there.
Yeah, well, one has to ask himself, well, how does this guy make a living? In other words, where is his living made? Where does this money come from? Well, tell me.
He takes donations at all those things. You know that.
I see. And some poor working slob black guy barely has a dime. Instead of giving it to his family, is giving it to Minister Farrakhan so he can make speeches.
So he can have fountains in his backyard and gardens.
Does he have fountains and gardens?
Oh, yes. I should read you the description. It's incredible.
Well, here's a guy who wanted to be in show business. He was a calypso singer, a bad one. Couldn't make it as that. And now he's got fountains and gardens and a lifestyle because he's this guy who goes around screaming about the Jews. It's okay. You want to hate the Jews. Who cares? The problem is these poor black guys, these dopes who show up at these meetings who don't have a job, really need an answer in their lives. And the answer is go to school. Or at least you're lost. Let your children go to school and stick with them and try and help them through it. But that answer nobody wants to hear. So you blame the white man. Or the Jew or someone else. Anyone you can get your hands on other than yourself.
Whoever's close by.
Whoever's close by, you blame. And it's a good message because, quite frankly, who wants to hear that it's your own fault? Who wants to hear that? It's a boring message. I don't want to hear it's my fault. I'm sitting there out of work. I got to blame somebody. And you got to, and I guess if you're a minister, you got to speak in a certain way.
Jack be nimble. Jack be quick. Hitler didn't do his job.
No, Hitler didn't do the trick.
What's wrong with you?
Are you all right?
You're sitting there for 10 minutes thinking that up.
Yeah, right. 10 minutes, the smoke is coming out of his head. Mr. Jack B. Nimble. Billy B. Dopey. Billy B. Dull. Better start thinking while you're off the show. Head is frying in there.